Hello there, my friends. How are you? Welcome to my channel, Making Everything Grand. This is your host, Mary Elizabeth, also known as Keto Mama Meg. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and commenting to my channel. I truly, truly appreciate you guys so much. Today, I have some keto tips for you. I got a message the other day asking what I recommend. A lot of these suggestions are in my keto group on Facebook. Links will be in my bio, or they will be in the comments below. What do I do? What do I start? What do you recommend? I'm a newbie. Maybe I've fallen off the wagon and you want to start over again. And it never gets old, so I'm happy to address some of these questions. And I compiled a few tips here for you, and I hope it helps you. Keto, don't gorge yourself on nuts and cheese. The snacks, snacks for me are a thing, but that's a whole nother topic for a different time. But be careful of the quantity of cheese that you intake and the nuts. They're very high in carbs and a lot of fat in them. So those can create stalls as well. So my suggestion is to measure out a serving size of the nuts and of the cheese and pre-package them or put them in a container somehow so that you're always going for the serving size. And if you're counting your macros, make sure that you add the quantities of cheese that you had. So don't overdo it on cheese and nuts. Please don't do that. Don't drown your drinks with heavy cream. Because it's keto friendly doesn't mean that you can just go overboard on a lot of these things. Heavy cream, again, it's dairy. It can create the stalls. Again, use only the suggested recommended serving size. It's very, very important, because what you may think is a tablespoon is probably 2 or 4, so at least measure things out for the first time so that you have an eye, so that you can see physically what 1 tablespoon looks like. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. So if you're stuck and you're not going anywhere, you're not seeing any progress, go back and check any one of these things. Calories. Some people say, do I count my calories? Do I not? Do I measure my macros? Do I count them or not? I suggest you do, because this way, again, especially at the beginning, so you have an idea of the quantity of food that you're actually consuming. Calories in, calories out. That's been my thing in the back of my head and a motto of mine. You gotta burn off what you're eating at some point. So if you're just eating and no calories are being burnt, which means no exercise, all that you're ingesting is going to turn it, your body will convert it into fat and hold on to it, because your body's always in this flight or fight mode. It's trying to survive. So by you not eating regularly and you're just eating and not working out, it's going to hold on to everything. So I recommend count your calories. Be more active, do the walking. You don't have to go do a marathon, go out for a 20-minute brisk walk. Don't be lollygagging and texting and answering phone calls and things while you're walking. Focus on your pace. Focus on what you're doing. Your phone will be there in 20 minutes. Put some music on, or if you're going to be too tempted, leave it in your house. Go for a quick 20-minute walk outside your driveway. Go out in your neighborhood and walk for 20 minutes if that's something you want to do. If you have a treadmill, use your treadmill. I like being outdoors, and so my walks consist of going outside. And my walks at this point, since recovering from COVID back in July, have greatly diminished. So I'm currently working myself back up again to a pace where I was. 6 miles is what I used to walk. That's a lot of miles. I'm not saying do 6 miles right away. Do a quarter of a mile, then half a mile, then a mile. Gradually work your way up. Don't go out trying to walk 6 miles your first time out. You're only going to set yourself up for sabotage, and you're going to feel defeated. Give yourself smaller goals, attainable goals, and then increase as you improve. Do drink more water. When you think you've had enough water, drink some more. I always say this, drink some more. We're very much dehydrated. A lot of people like flavored waters and flavored drinks. That's your own choosing. I like water, plain and simple water. I'll add lemon slices on occasion, some cucumber on occasion. Coming from somebody that never drank water, now drink a gallon of water a day. Sometimes I'll have a gallon before noon, but with work, it makes it a little bit difficult to even get away to have a sip of water. So throughout the day, I make sure that I target a gallon of water a day. And if it helps you, set timers on your phone that will remind you to drink the water, because time passes by and you'll forget about it, and you'll still have your container, your mug, your cup of water still full at the end of before your first break. So I'll have about 10 of these a day, 12 of these a day. It just depends. And if you want to have a gallon jug of water filled just so that you know how much water you're taking, that helps. They now make it easy for you. They have some containers with already water measurements on there. Some will have times of days written on there so that you can, be by a certain level at a certain time of day. They make it so much easier now. They even have water apps. So find something that works for you just until you get in the groove of drinking the water. The purpose of all of these timers and these water jugs and things like that is to create a habit. We have to create new habits. Once we do them consistency and long enough, they become a habit. Okay. So habits become just that out of consistency. So work on that. Limit your keto sweet treats. Keto friendly this, keto friendly that. Again, read your labels. I'm an advocate for reading labels. Sweet, still, your body will recognize it as sugar. It doesn't matter if it's, a keto friendly sweetener. Your body recognizes it as sugar. Period. End of story. So calm down on the sweets. Some of you have a sweet tooth. I know this. It's very hard. I'm not saying a no forever. It's just while you're trying to lose weight, at least your first few weeks, don't set yourself up and worrying about dessert. Focus at the task at hand, and then that will come. There will come the times when you'll be able to have those things, and you will be surprised how much of that you really like anymore. It's a tablespoon for me now, and then I'm done. I don't have to have a whole piece of cake or a pie or ice cream. It just doesn't do it for me anymore. My relationship with food is very different. Food doesn't satisfy my feelings anymore. So food strictly for me now is just a fuel source for my body, period. So keep your sweets to a treat. I'm sorry. Well, you can do that too, but keep your sweets to a minimum, maybe once a month, if that's something you want. Don't let the goal of a sweet treat become a goal for your weight loss. Don't let that be your focus. Your focus should be on being healthy, feeling good, doing the things you need to do on the daily. Try not to reward yourself with food or the sweets. Do eat healthy fats with every meal, i.e. avocado, a dash of, olive oil or MCT oil on a salad. Those are the heavy fats we're talking about. Avocado mayo, regular mayo. Those are healthy fats. Add salt to your food, and I'm talking about sea salt, pink Himalayan salt, kosher salt, those kinds of salts, not iodized salt. All these table salts that you see at restaurants, the Morton salt, the one with the little girl with the umbrella, all these types of salts, unless you read the label and it says Himalayan, pink Himalayan, sea salt, kosher salt, those are the salts you want. Why? Because all the minerals are still in those salts. You have the iodized table salts that they have at restaurants or that you get in those little packages, those to-go packages. All the minerals have been drained from those salts. So that type of salt will increase your blood pressure. Those are the bad, that's the bad salt. So the pink Himalayans, they're quite healthy. There's a lot of stuff out there on the internet you can check up on. If you don't want to go looking, searching, go to my keto group. The links are on my website at makingeverythinggrand.com. I have keto groups that have pictures and of all of these things I'm talking about. So if you want to screenshot those, go onto my group. It's on Facebook. And do try intermittent fasting. That's the last tip of the day. A lot of us don't understand the concept of fasting. You think you have to starve yourself, and it's not about starving yourself. You're actually fasting while you're sleeping, which a lot of people didn't even understand that as well. This whole lifestyle, keto or low carb, or any other lifestyle that you embark on, it's about arming yourself with knowledge to make the correct decisions, the smarter choices, if you will. Fast, say your last meal is at 6 p.m. I don't eat past 8 p.m. To me, that's late. Heck, I don't even eat past 7 p.m. 6 o'clock will be my latest. I have lives that I do at 8 o'clock, and so I'll continue to drink water. My last meal will be at 6. From 6 until 7 o'clock the next morning, I'll be fasting. I'm fasting while I'm asleep. What I have during the fast is just water. You can have tea, no sweetener to it, no cream to it, just straight tea, straight coffee, or water. Bone broth is something else that won't break a fast, but nonetheless, it's still calories, you know what I mean? So I just like to keep water, coffee and tea as is, and you can drink these throughout the day. You'll see results if you fast. I know some work days, some work nights. Make it work for you. Put your fast in a different time slot. If you work during the night and you have to eat, then do the fasting during the day, when you go to sleep and then wake up before you go to work. Whatever time you can fit it in, fit it according to your schedule. There is no one size fits all, one plan fits all. We're at different points in our lives. We're at different stages in our lives. We're at different areas in this weight loss journey of ours. So it's not a one size fit all. Find the thing that works for you and stick to it. If you try to do something that isn't going to fit the way that you are, your hours, blah, 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 you're going to have a tendency to quit. And that's the pattern that happens from time to time. Create something that works for you. If you need help, reach out. I'm here to help. I've said this many a time. Send me an email. Get a hold of me through my keto group. Get a hold of me through, I have podcast channels. I have a podcast show on Facebook. All of these things, I am reachable. Send me an email. I will respond. If you don't want to go through all those avenues, go directly to my website at makingeverythinggrand.com. You can send me an email through there. I have keto information available there as well. So take a look. Please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below. Tap on that little bell so you get notifications every time I come up with a new video. Thank you for your time. I truly, truly appreciate you. Blessings to all of you. Go out and make it grand, y'all. You got this. You got this. I believe in you. You must believe in you. And be willing to do a little bit of work, and you're going to see some progress. I promise you. Blessings to y'all.